Okay, so welcome to lab skill number 10, preparing a hazardous gel. We're going to be preparing a test gel, 30 grams, for Adam Armstrong, patient Adam Armstrong. So I have his prescription here as well as the labels that we'll be using to finish up that prescription later. Okay, so our calculations for this skill, we're going to be using 28.5 grams of gel base. The minimum is 25.7 grams and the maximum is 31.4 grams. And we're also going to be using testosterone powder, 1.5 grams. The minimum is 1.4 grams and the maximum is 1.7 grams. And so let's make sure we have everything that we need here. We have our weighting boat, our weighting papers, alcohol prep pads, mortar and pestle here, 2 50 milligram syringes. We have an adapter and a cap for our syringe cap. We have our weighing scale and our spatula here, our testosterone powder, and our gel base. I'm going to put on my shoe covers. Put on my second shoe cover here. I'm going to put on my head covering, my covering here. Okay. My hair is messing me up here. I'm actually going to get another head covering just to be careful. The things you do for your hair. So I'm going to pull this one. Okay, I'm trying to make sure all my hair is covered. And then in the back, okay. And I'm going to put on my face covering, my mask. Okay, so now that I did that, I'm going to wash my hands. So I'm going to turn on the water with a paper towel, making sure it's warm. Okay, I'm going to pat my hand dry. Okay, and I'm going to turn the water off with another paper towel. Now that I've done that, I'm going to put on my non-shedding gown. back of me here. Okay, now that I have done that, I have entered the clean room, and now that I've done that, I'm going to apply my hand sanitizer here onto my hands, rubbing that there. Oh, and I'm going to allow them to air dry. Now that I have done that, I'm going to don on my first pair of gloves. My hands are completely dry, and I'm going to make sure that my gloves are underneath the cuff of my gown. Put it underneath the cuff of my gown. Now I have my second pair of gloves. I'm going to put this over and make sure my gown is tucked inside. I'm really tall, so I have long arms. A little short on me. But we're going to tuck this underneath and put these gloves over my gown. And have the other one here. Over. Tuck this. I'm going to just apply a little bit of hand sanitizer over my gloves and allow that to dry. Okay, let's start compounding. First thing that we're going to do is we're going to clean our materials. Clean the scale here. Clean the spatula. Clean our mortar and pestle. Open another alcohol pad. I'm going to clean our adapter. Clean our cap. Clean our weight boat. Okay, I'm going to take one more alcohol pad and clean in. We don't want to touch the critical sites here. Make sure we're cleaning, we're not touching the tip. Okay, so now that we've done that, we're going to weigh our ingredients within our allowable margin. So like I said, I already have my measurements here. So the first thing that we're going to do is do our gel base. This is our gel base here. And we're going to turn on our weighting scale, perform the tar method, press T, put our scale on there, press T until it says 0, and then put it back on, make sure that says 0, it says 0, great. The first thing we have here is our gel base. We're going to be doing 28.5 grams of this. I'm going to take my spatula here. Okay, we're at 26. $27, 28.6. So we're within our margin here. So that's really good. I'm gonna get my alcohol swab and clean off my spatula here. Okay, 28.6 here. Okay. Now that we have done that, we're going to put that aside. Press T for tar. Put the top on this, and we're going to do our testosterone powder. So for this, I have my weight paper. I'm going to put that on there and make sure it says 0. Okay, it says 0. Okay, so I'm going to open this up here. I already cleaned off my spatula. For this one, it's going to be 1.5 grams. We're at 1.3. Okay, we're at 1.54. Okay. I'm going to close this up and show you. 1.53 grams. Okay. So I'm going to put this aside here and turn off my scale. Okay, so we are within our margins, our appropriate margins. So now I'm going to add 1/2 of this base to my mortar. Okay. So I add 1/2. Of my gel base. Now I'm going to add 1/3 of my powder. I'm just going to mix that up. Okay, I'm going to add another 1/3 of my powder. My mask is rising up. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to add some more of my gel base. I'm going to add the other half of my gel base here. the rest of my powder. The last one-third of my powder, I'm gonna add that onto here, into here. I'm gonna circle right up. Okay, let you see it. So it's looking pretty good here. Okay, so now that I've done that, I'm going to draw it up into my syringe. So let me get that off. So now I'm going to draw that up into my syringe. Okay, so I have my first syringe here. I'm just going to wipe off my spatula. To okay, it's actually pretty hard to do, so what I'm going to do, going to take this out, and I'm going to actually put it in through the top. I won't waste any. There we go. Okay, so I did that. I'm gonna apply the top back on. Okay. I'm gonna get that access. Let's see if we can. Okay. Okay, so now that I did that, I'm gonna add the adapter on there. Okay, now I'm gonna take the other syringe here and put that on there. I'm just gonna draw them back and forth. Okay, now you can see it's in there. I'm just going to push it back. Okay. My mask. Okay, just gonna push it back once more. Okay. Okay. Push it back one more time. It's all in there. Okay. Alright. So now I'm going to take off this syringe here and put it on the side. I'm going to take off. Yeah, I'm going to. Oh! Sorry. I'm going to take off the adapter. Okay. Looks like that. Okay. Now I'm going to put on the syringe tip here. Wrong way. Oops. Is it? Okay. Okay. I put on the syringe tip. Okay, now I got the packaging label for Adam Armstrong. I'm going to put it on the prescription, on the syringe, like that. Okay. And the beyond use date, the BUD date for today's date is Thursday, May 13th, 2021. And so this can be used for 30 days. So this will, the BUD date is Saturday, June 12th, 2021. Okay. So now that I have done that, I'm going to put this down the side here, and I'm going to complete my compounding record. I have the label here to reference and look at. Okay, the drug testosterone gel. Today's date, May 13th, 2021. Prescription number. Bar number used. Okay. Name and strength of compound. Quantity. Expiration date, lot number, UD assigned, date packaged, 01/13/21, tech initials. Okay, so I have completed my log, the CR log, and I'm going to make sure that I have the safety data sheets for each of my ingredients for the gel base and also for the testosterone powder. And I'm going to give this to my pharmacist so he can check and make sure everything's correct, and then this will be dispensed to the patient. And I will clean my materials. So I'm going to wash this. I am going to wash this with warm water and dishwashing liquid, and I'm going to clean the rest of my materials and throw them away. And thank you for watching.